Hello and welcome to Animating 101, a beginner's guide to bringing art to life. We're thrilled to have you here. Animation is a magical realm where creativity knows no bounds and your imagination is the only limit. Whether you're a doodler, a dreamer, or a die-hard Disney fan, this series promises to be an exciting journey into the world of animation. So sit tight, grab a cup of your favorite beverage, maybe some popcorn, and buckle up because we're about to roll. But remember, like all great things, animation also requires patience and practice. So don't be disheartened if you don't get it right the first time, or the second, or the third. Keep going, and you'll see your drawings come to life. Now let's get started, shall we? Before we roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty, we need to talk about software. There's a smorgasbord of options out there, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we'll be using it's as user-friendly as it gets, making it the perfect starting point for aspiring animators. So go ahead, download it, and let's get this party started. Asterisk, add a humorous touch. If your computer begins to argue or demands a ransom for the download, you may have picked the wrong software. Just a bit of light-hearted humor, folks. The software is secure and free to use. Before we dive into the world of keyframes, let's take a moment to talk about the tools of the trade. The animation software is your canvas, your brush, and your palette all rolled into one. It's the stage where all your ideas come to life, the magical realm where your imagination takes flight. But remember, not all software is created equal. Some are better suited to certain tasks than others, some are easier to learn, and some are more affordable. First up, we have Blender, a free and open source 3D creation suite. It's the Swiss Army knife of animation software, supporting everything from modeling to rendering, compositing, motion tracking, and even video editing. And the best part? It's absolutely free. So if you're just starting out and don't want to burn a hole in your pocket, Blender is a great option. Next, we have Pencil2D. As the name suggests, it's an easy, intuitive tool to make 2D hand-drawn animations. It's like having a digital sketchbook that also lets you animate your drawings. And yes, it's also free. Finally, we have Adobe Animate. It's a bit more advanced and comes with a price tag, but it's a powerhouse when it comes to creating vector graphics and animations. It's used by professionals all around the world for everything from TV shows and online videos to games and web applications. These are just a few of the many software options available to animators. Choose the one that best suits your needs and let's get animating. And remember, the best software is the one that you feel comfortable using. So take your time, experiment, and find the one that works best for you. Now, buckle up because next we're diving into the mysterious world of keyframes. Now that you're all set with your software, it's time to delve into the intricacies of keyframes. Consider them the lifeblood of animation. They're akin to enchantments that breathe life into your static drawings. And no, you don't need to don a wizard's hat for this, unless of course you're in the mood for a bit of cosplay. Asterisk, use humor to explain keyframes. Keyframes are essentially the milestones in the journey of animation. You set a few and the computer does the rest. It's a bit like the secret weapon of the laid-back animator, but remember, you didn't hear it from me. Prepare for an adrenaline rush, folks, because this is where things start to get seriously giggle-worthy. We'll kick off with an oldie but a goodie, the bouncing ball. It's the bread and butter of every animator and pretty the animation equivalent of baby's first steps. Consider this your comical christening into the imaginative universe of animation. But before we start, let's talk tools. Blender, your knight in shining armor for all things 3D animation. Pencil2D for when you're feeling a bit sketchy and want to go for that classic 2D hand-drawn animation. And Adobe Animate for when you're in the mood to create some web showstoppers. Each one has its specialty, so choose your weapon wisely. Now, give your ball some spunk. Is it an over-caffeinated bouncy ball or a refined balletic sphere? Time to hit that animate button. Spoiler. This is going to be the most ridiculously entertaining bouncing ball you've ever brought to life. Brace yourself for cheek-aching laughter and an unforgettable ride into the world of animation. Before you get completely lost in the world of your bouncing ball, here are some quick tips to keep in mind. Remember to save your work frequently. Believe me, you'll be thanking yourself later. Don't shy away from experimenting. Sometimes, the most bizarre animations morph into masterpieces. Coffee is your best friend. It's like a magic potion for creativity. Just be careful not to spill it on your keyboard. I mean it, don't. And there you have it, budding animators. You've taken your first steps into the enchanting world of animation. Remember, the main aim is to have fun and let your creativity run wild. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more animation escapades, and share your bouncing ball masterpieces with us. This is signing off from the Animagic Hub. Keep animating, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next magical tutorial. Until then, happy animating.